in luck. Never expected such quarry as this. Come now, you forfeit, Miss Bainbridge. The rules call for 2 kisses.
Very well. But first I insist upon the password.
Password? Oh, yes. West Point forever.
You'll vote for the appropriation tomorrow.
As often as they'll allow me.
Carrie, I adore you and all your works, but I have a distinct aversion to your kissing politicians. Call it morbid if you will.
I kissed only 4.
8.
Oh, dear, I hope they haven't forgotten as quickly as I.
I consider what you're doing undignified for a woman.
Kissing?
Politics.
I'm sorry, Howard, but I'm remaining in politics until West Point is a reality.
On account of your father, of course. His last words were, "Whatever happens, my dear, don't stop kissing till you see the whites of their eyes."
That's very unkind. My father sat in a wheelchair for 10 years after Valley Forge.
Well, this is a treat. I didn't expect you.
Howard, isn't it wonderful? Look, there are hundreds going.
Well, not exactly hundreds, darling.
You've heard me speak of Mrs. Thompson.
Of course.
I appeal to you, sir, as her fiancé, to put your foot down.
Very well, Mrs. Thompson. It's down. Now perhaps you'll tell me why it should be.
Haven't you told Mr. Shelton?
No. You see, my father built a summer home near the fort. We used to live there. And since he died, Mrs. Thompson has been running it as a tavern.
You told me that.
And now she's returning on the boat.
I surmised as much. Go on.
But did you surmise I was going with her?
You're going to West Point.
Mr. Shelton, I beg you not to permit it.
I'm sure if Miss Caroline's doing it, it's purely for her country's sake. In that case, no sacrifice is too great.
Exactly. I'm going to see that the tavern is run properly and that the gentlemen cadets are deliciously and inexpensively fed.
Darling, this whole project has suddenly taken on a rosy hue.
Do you mean you're in favor of this?
I'm in favor of anything that makes life more enjoyable. Allow me.
My stars, what a foul racket. You make me so nervous working around here in your silks and satins. Go on, skedaddle.
I'm not skedaddling. I'm going to stay and help you until a new servant arrives.
Help me. It ain't dignified.
I've done a lot of undignified things for West Point, and I can do a few more.
Well, you'll only get yourself covered with spots.
Moses in the mountains.
Well, what are you gawking at?
Well, now, Missy, I'm just a little surprised.
You act as if you'd never seen a petticoat before.
I've seen plenty of petticoats, ma'am, but they always continue to surprise me.
Well, what do you want?
Well, now, I was aiming on doing some business with your mistress.
My mistress? Oh, yes, of course, Mrs. Thompson.
But I reckon you'll do. What's your name?
Carrie.
Mine is Joe Dawson from Buffalo Bottom, Kentucky.
Oh, Joe's enough.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, what'll you give me for these 2 fine rabbits here?
Oh, they're dead.
Well, what do you expect them to be? I shot them, didn't I? With a bow and arrow so there's no lead in them. I've known people to break their teeth eating shot rabbits. Yeah, take a feel of them.
Oh, they're very nice, I'm sure. Mr. Scully, how soon will the cadets be finished?
Say, what's going on here?
Keep your dirty paws off that.
We're waiting for the cadets, Mr. Scully. Don't you think they've drilled long enough?
Oh, you're waiting for the cadets, huh?
Yes. You see, it's Mr. Shelton's birthday, and this is a little surprise.
O'Toole, you'll take these 2 ladies to the major. Yes, sir.
You just try it, and you'll get a surprise for yourself.
Mahoney, Taylor, Gurney, come over here.
Let me alone.
Keep your hands off me.
Take them away. Take them away.
You're going to wish you'd never been born before I get through with you.
O'Toole, report right back here at once.
Yes, sir. You'll pay for this outrage.
Hello, Carrie.
Hello, Joe.
How'd you like our little massacre? I never spent an afternoon with so many feet in my face since... Well, now that's mighty pretty. All dressed up like a China doll. Where'd you snitch that outfit, Carrie?
You played very well today, Joe. So did all the other cadets.
Thanks. Now, look here, Carrie. Stealing ain't so nice. You better give them back before the police are notified.
I'm afraid I'll have to confess, Joe.
No, don't ever confess unless they catch you first. Now, you better run along, Missy, and return that.
Before I confess, I'd like to know something. Do you like me just as well in very fine clothes?
Well, now, I like a girl to look as pretty as she can, but I never judge anybody by the clothes they wear. I seen too many nice ladies in calico. Now, you just stick to calico and you'll be plenty pretty and nice enough for anybody.
Very touching. Does that speech ring your heart, my darling?
My darling.
I hate to deprive you of your little scullery maid, Dawson. But on the other hand, she never existed, so you're not losing very much.
I feel a little ashamed of the whole thing, Joe.
I'm kind of mixed up.
Then let me unmix you. Carolyn, may I present Kentucky's favorite barefoot boy, Mr. Dawson of Buffalo Bottom, Miss Carolyn Bainbridge of Gramercy Park. One of our fairest flowers of society.
How do you do, Miss Bainbridge?
How do you do, Mr. Dawson?
I reckon it was a joke you were both playing on me. I reckon you two know each other pretty well. Come out of the same bandbox, eh?
Oh, Miss Bainbridge's career as a kitchen maid was only temporary. She'll assume a more important post as my wife very shortly.
Hold up your muzzle on the left, we're talking more or less. Till Caesar, keep your canteen down, we're going for the travel. Captain, I want some hold up.
Light one of those tapers for me, will you?
Sure. May I help you carry that out, Mrs. Thompson?
Oh, no, no, thank you. I can carry my liquor on the outside. Isn't it wonderful, Miss Carolyn? Everybody came to bid the brave boys goodbye.
Oh, hello.
Hello? Somebody told me you went back to New York.
Oh, I'm flattered you were inquiring after me.
I wasn't. Someone just happened to mention it.
Yes, I just returned a few days ago. I've tried to see you a number of times.
Oh, you've got another joke figured out to play on me.
That's very unkind.
So was your joke.
I've apologized every way I know how. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Joe.
Oh, that's all right. I came here to get an education. I got it.
There are a great many things I'm sorry for.
You mean like writing that letter to Mr. Eustace?
How did you know I wrote it?
Well, with your knack for causing trouble, I figured it must have been you.
I only did it because I thought it might do some good.
It did. None of us knew how to ride cannon before. We do now. I got a lot to do, Miss Bainbridge.
So have I. I came out here for you, Joe. I've told Howard. I told him I was going to marry you.
You told him that?
Yes.
You shouldn't have, but I'm going.
Joe, I can't let you go. I love you.
I'm taking that along, Carrie.